A lot of people
Okay.
out there who love the black gospel sound
Okay.
and experience. They like feeling God.
Hmm.
They don't like all the dogma or a lot of the doctrines, and they might have a glass of wine while they're listening to Shirley Caesar
Okay. Okay.
and quicken in between.
Okay.
Or they might go party
Okay.
on Saturday night instead of going to church on Sunday morning. They flip the gospel music on
Hmm.
or go on the net and
Hmm.
watch a praise break. It's so convenient to maintain that feeling without all the extra weight anymore. Because now, if you don't go to church, and of course millions have stopped going, nobody's noticing if your dress, the lady's dress line is above, and you grew up in holiness.
Hmm.
Their dress line was to be an inch or two below the knee,
Hmm.
not above. But our singers actually get on stage with pants on and
Hmm.
tight pants,
Yes.
and the church sort of has accepted all of this. Andre Crouch and Walter and Edwin Hawkins, and later on Kirk Franklin, did the first crossover music. They took the cross over to the world.
Hmm.
That was the intention. We
Hmm.
didn't. Nobody expected "Oh Happy Day" to become a global, and to
Hmm.
this day,
Hmm.
almost as powerful as John Newton's "Amazing Grace."
Hmm.
People don't know John Newton was a slave
Yeah.
driver,
Yeah.
and he wrote that song on a stormy night because he thought he was going to die. And he asked God, if he would get me through this storm, I'll serve you. He woke up the next morning and could hear the sound of seagulls, which meant he was near land.
Hmm.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That means I made it through the storm. That saved a wretch like me. That's where that whole lyric comes from, that
Hmm.
line of thinking.
Hmm.
He still owned slaves for
Hmm.
another 30 years,
Hmm.
but his attitude toward the institution or toward institutional slavery did change.
Hmm.
And we're still amazed at the grace
Wow.
that we've had or that people like him had.
Hmm.
And that song is very popular. So "Oh Happy Day" became global because of Walter and Ed. Ed did the first arrangement. That was his only big hit.
Hmm.
And he kind of slid into the background and let Walter carry, because Walter just came up with song after song after song.
Yes. Yes.
So the singers, Hawkins singers, and Andre and Sandra. I grew up with Andre and Sandra. Bishop S.M. Crouch was my bishop, Southern California, first jurisdiction. Later on, J.A. Blake, and then Charles Blake, who was the presiding bishop of the whole movement.
Hmm.
So my roots go very, very deep into that. Later on, Kirk started breaking all the rules and taking the crossover with his much more contemporary sound than Andre or
Hmm.
uh, or the Hawkins.
Hmm.
He's still pretty prominent with
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
I love the way, and I tell Yolanda a lot. She says she got her biggest break coming to Azusa.
Hmm.
We started using her early on because she had this powerful sound, but she's hugely and highly respected and loved among secular artists.
Hmm.
She's one of the gospel singers that is well received across the board because she doesn't carry a lot of the heavy dogma with her. That heavy dogma or doctrinal stuff, she just loves the people.
Hmm.
And Erica, from
Campbell.
Campbell, the way they move, and I always text them when I see them moving in secular circles
Hmm.
with the grace, the anointing, the class,
Hmm.
and that powerful genre of our sound. They mix it quite well.